Hey, hey, who's here? Good evening. Let's see who's hanging out with me. Oh, well, hi, Jane. How are you? Long time no chat. So, I'm going to make a little card tonight. Just going to do some coloring. This is the new stamp set that just came out. This is called Farm Life. And these cute little people. I'm doing well, thank you. These cute little people are hanging out on the farm, so I figured I would stamp all of them off and then figure out which one I decided that I wanted to use. So, yeah, that's a thing. So, let's get to coloring. So, which one of these do you want me to color? Jane, since you're here and talking, I guess you get to pick. So, which one of these cute little kids do you want me to color? The one with the pig, the one with the hoe, or the one with the chicken? The girl with the chicken. You got it, dude. Okay, so I'm going to pick a traditional skin blend just because I'm not feeling super duper creative tonight. So we are going to go with a very traditional Caucasian skin blend. That's what I'm going for here. So I will try to zoom this in a little bit. My camera is in a very precarious position right now, so I'm trying to get it to stay there. Put these in the corner so you can see them. All right, so girl with the chicken, let's see. First of all, her hand is here and her arm, so we'll get that colored. Then I'm going to color her neck. And with this color, I'm just priming the paper. Just getting it wet so that I can blend the other colors. Then I'm going to, I feel like farmers always have holes in their pants. So I'm just going to add holes in her jeans. Just like that. Hey, Leah. How are you, my dear friend? Missing you mucho, my girl. So E04 is my next color, and I'm just gonna come in here and start adding shadows. I'm so happy that you jumped on. I'm gonna put shadow by her neck, and then on her chin. Towards the back of her face. We need to have a crafty date when you get home. my dear. And a shadow where her fringe would leave a shadow on her face. Is it hot there today? It's 93 here in Idaho right now. I can't convert that to Celsius in my brain right now, so. Hi, Nona. How are you? I miss you too, Nona. And I have your prizes from the Bestie Virtual Retreat here. I'm holding them hostage. So how do you like them apples? Super hot all week. I think that's the consensus, like, all around. Everybody on the continent is saying that it is wicked hot. So I'm going to go with that's the consensus. I know, right? That's why I held it hostage, because I knew we would have to get together. So I have your prize and Aunt Candy's prize. And I figured if I didn't mail them, that we would have to get together. So, this is totally me with the chickens that I'm not allowed to have. Because I live in a subdivision, so I can't have chickens. So, this is me with the chickens that I'm not allowed to have. Plus, Archie is like a bird dog, and I think that Archie would have something to say about the chickens. I feel like the chickens would not be safe around Archie. He's plucked birds right out of the sky before, so I can only imagine what he would do to chickens. He's a good boy, but he is not a fan of fowl. Or maybe he's a really big fan of fowl. He's just a fan of eating it. He's hanging out in here with me right now. You guys are awfully quiet tonight. What's going on out there? I haven't heard from anybody in so long because I've been gone traveling. I feel like I miss everybody. So you guys need to catch me up on the happenings. Barbie, I used E04 and then E11. And now I'm using E21. I like to use E04 for the shadows. Sometimes I'll use RV95. Yeah. There's a couple other colors I'm known to use too, but hey, Renska, how are you? Long time no see, girl. Thanks for hopping on tonight. I appreciate it. We're just coloring this little farm girl. This is me with my chickens that I can't have. I would totally raise my own chickens though. Like for real. I would totally raise hens for eggs. Make no mistake about it. Daily walk with hubby, dogs, and my one brain. Wait. Does your cat go walking with you guys? You busy with doctor appointments? Yucky. All right. Oops, I was a little bit low on the screen on that one. My bad. Okay. So the skin is done. So now obviously I'm going to color jeans. And you guys all know my favorite denim blend. So we have B99, B97. Hi, Linda Lou. Oh, you put the cat in a stroller? Okay. I was like, I've never seen a cat that goes for walks. Although I have found out recently that there are cats that play fetch. And I didn't know that before either. So there you go. All right. So I'm going to start by putting some shadow underneath this basket. Looks like homegirl has a belt buckle on, so that's always fun. We're gonna color that bad boy up for sure. Howdy from Georgia, there's my girl. Krista, how are you? Okay, so then I like to add like some crease lines to her jeans. I know right now it kind of looks like she peed herself. But I promise it'll work out, okay? So just bear with me. Okay, and then I know it's weird to put a shadow above, but I am gonna put a little bit of a shadow above her boots. Just because I like the depth that it creates. Hey Marlene, what's for lunch today? You're at card club night? Girl, you like never stay home. There is no grass growing under your feet, is there? To all of you sweeties that don't know there, Krista Schmidt there is like my new homegirl. We met in Georgia and I absolutely adore her. And she is a new sweetie, so welcome. She's funny. You know those people that you just run into and then you just like seriously hit it off like you've been friends forever? Like that's how I feel with Krista. I feel like, I mean, I literally just met her and I feel like we've been friends for years. Dickie's Barbecue. You know, we have a bunch of those here and I have never eaten at one. So is it super good? Because I don't want to be missing out. Can't be missing out on some barbecue. Okay, so I'm just continuing to go around. And elongate these shadows. And sort of blend them out, even though blending is kind of a misnomer because Copics don't necessarily blend, they layer. Hey, Shelly. to get you all teary. Go cry some ugly tears. Ugly tears are the best ones. Otherwise, you're just not doing it right. Shelly, how are you? I love all the Georgia people are jumping on. That makes me happy. Georgia was a weird show for us. There was a lot of people there, but there was like a weird vibe. I don't know if it was just because we're new in Georgia or if there was like, you know, because they hadn't had the show for a while, or like what the deal is with Georgia. It was kind of a weird show for us. We met some great people though. It was a long road trip, but we had a fun road trip. Huh, Linda Lou. Linda is sick of Sandy and I singing, I'm sure. She was trying to read her book in the back seat, and Sandy and I just straight up did not shut up. So that was fun for her. Super duper wicked fun for her. Okay, so I have her jeans done. And now I kind of want to just do her hair to get it out of the way. So I'm going to do something super pedestrian. So I'm just going to roll down this entire, I mean, this is super duper not like me, but it's going to happen. The last color, I'm going to throw y'all for a loop. Stamping it up tonight. So this is the color blend I'm going to use for her hair. Yeah, Krista's a kick in the pants for sure. And I think she totally would kick you in the pants. So, hey, watch out for that. Freaking love her. I am just going like super normal with the hair because I feel like this little farm girl would not have like crazy colors in her hair. So I'm just gonna go. Oh, she would. Shelly, you crack me up. Yeah, there was a car chase on the way home. Did you guys, did Sandy tell you about that last night? So I'm gonna tell you about it again. So we're driving home from Georgia, minding our own business, just driving home. And we're on the road. And it was, I don't know, later in the day. It was definitely not dark or anything like that. And suddenly Sandy says, oh, this dude is like totally flying up behind me. And she had said that a couple of times before. I mean, because, you know, when you're on a road trip, like, and you're out there on those highways, then things, you know, like people tend to drive super duper fast and drive through those towns and stuff. Yeah. So so this guy comes flying up behind her in this little tan colored sedan. And she's like, oh my God, this guy's flying. And then all of a sudden we see police lights. So code 3s. And, you know, lights and sirens, whole 9 yards, right? So this guy, when he comes up behind us, he's going so fast that Sandy doesn't really have time to get over. And so he like cuts us off. He cuts right in front of us. And then, so the cops come up behind him. Well, the one patrol car comes up behind him and jumps right in front of us too. And they're going probably 100, 110-ish. So cop comes up and cuts us off too. And then they jump down the next exit. And then from that exit, they jump right back on the freeway. And so when Sandy was going to get over, she couldn't because they were jumping right back on the freeway. And then in the rear view, all of a sudden, there is like 12 police cruisers, all with lights and sirens, all coming flying up. So then the car takes the following exit, and then all of the police like downgrade. They turn off their lights and sirens. So I'm guessing there was like too many people around when he jumped off of the freeway. And so the sergeant probably terminated the pursuit. But it was a little crazy there for a second. So I told Sandy I was going to tease her. 10 years in law enforcement, I was never actually in a pursuit. I dispatched many pursuits, but I was never actually in a pursuit. And then on my 3rd road trip with Sandy, boom, pursuit. She's like, it wasn't me. They weren't chasing me. I was like, yeah, but I'm not going to tell people that part. Where's the fun in that? I'm going to tell people you cray-cray. So that was wicked fun. I'm super duper unhappy with her hair, but that's okay. We're going to keep going. Well, hi, Natalie. How are you? I haven't seen you around for a hot minute. It's probably mainly because I travel so darn much. Okay. It's super duper cute, Shelly. I love it. You love your chickens? I want chickens super duper bad too. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and color her basket. Since I have E55 out, I'm gonna start with that one. The Sweet Keeper. Yeah, Krista, you totally need the Sweet Keeper. You guys will have so much fun playing with that together. You and your sisters. And think of all the cute stuff you can make with it for all of the people you have to make things for. I don't know how many people you have to make things for, but the Jeep. The Jeep is cute. We do not have any dies for the Jeep right now, but I did just order them today. So hopefully we get dies soon. Okay, so what color should her boots be? Shelly, you're an enabler, aren't you? You're like, here, Krista, buy all the things. And then E51. You know it. A crazy amount of cards. Do you guys make a crazy amount of cards? Okay, so there we go. There's that. Now I'm just gonna grab like one of my favorite colors of green. I'm gonna grab G07 to just fill in the little grasses here. It's a good like Crayola green. It's good for kind of anything. So, what color shirt and boots should she have? Holy crikeys. Hey, Charlene. How are you? Big hugs to you, girl. I know it's been a tough day. So boots and shirt, what color? Red. Red for her boots, Shelly, or red for her shirt? Red shirt, you got it. Coming right up. Okay, so I'm going to use R89, R37, R29, let's go 14, and then 05. Red shirt, black boots. She's like styling out on the farm, or just rubber boots are black. All right, so we're gonna go with this red shirt. Now, a lot of people don't like coloring reds. I love coloring reds. Reds are happy for me. Georgia Dogs Farmer. She's into her Georgia dogs. I don't even know what sport they play. I'm gonna guess it's football. Could be basketball. Not real sure. And there goes my new friendship. Krista just disowned me. No, ma'am. Charlene, I'm coloring on Sweet Sentiment coloring paper. We have our own brand of coloring paper. That's pretty stinking awesome. You should definitely try it out. It's different in that it's coated on the inside and not the outside. She's a straight up red girl. So that you're not coloring on top of the paper, you're actually staining the paper fibers, and that makes it much easily. It does have mica into it. I wouldn't say, I mean, it is similar in some ways. I have my own like recipe, and there is some similarities, but it is definitely a different animal. Haha, since we're coloring farm critters, it's a different animal. Elbow, elbow, wink, wink. We are the national champions. Of course. And I'll go all paper geek on you and tell you all the stuff about it if you want. I just don't want to bore people with paper geek stuff if they're not interested. So I try not to gush on and on about my paper, but I spent a long time developing it and figuring out which paper was right and all of that good stuff. So I'm kind of partial to it. There's a bit of a learning curve when you're starting on this paper though, and you haven't colored on it before. So what are you the national champions of? What sport? Like, claim the national championship, that's cool. But I guess I need to do my Georgia research. I'm not up on Georgia stuff, so that was the first time I've been to, nope, that's a lie. I've been to Georgia before. I thought I hadn't, but I just remembered I have been to Georgia before. Football! Hey, Melanie, how are you? I'm also going to use this red since I'm right here for the chicken's little top knot. I don't know what else to call it. I have no idea what that's called. Yellow boots. Barbie says yellow boots. We're going Ronald McDonald's farm here. They're not muck boots, they're rain boots, and they're yellow, dang it. Right, Barbie? I know her shirt looks super rough right now, but this R05 that I'm going to do is gonna help even that out. So we're talking about doing a coloring retreat in Texas. If anybody is interested, send me a DM. A very intensive coloring retreat. Like super duper intensive. And Facebook just said my video ended, even though it didn't, because Facebook is awesome like that. I should have left that alone, but I'm gonna do it. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in and we're gonna do some yellow boots. So I'm just gonna grab 3 colors. I'm gonna grab my Y38. I'm gonna grab my Y13. And I'm gonna grab my Y02. And I'm gonna fix this on her shoulder. I just have to wait till the ink dries. Okay, so we're gonna come down the back of her little boots here. And then this is the furthest away from the light. So I'm gonna follow that down. Okay, just like that. I'm also is that your internet, Rinska, or is that my internet? I'm not real sure. So you might have to go out and then come back in again. But it, yikes, could be me. Because my internet's been doing weird stuff all day today, so it wouldn't surprise me. Okay, so now I'm coming in with this much, much lighter yellow. And I'm almost oversaturating it a little bit because I want these 2 colors to marry. But the reason I use such a very different yellow is because it's really hard to create shadows in yellow. And so that's why I use such a different color of yellow, is to really punch that shadow in there. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully you can still hear me and see me. There we go. Okay. So now hopefully her shirt has dried some so I can deal with this. And I have to wait and do a couple of different passes on it, a couple of different takes. Do a couple of, yikes. Okay, So then I'm going to grab some colors for the eggs. I want to do some different colored eggs because, you know, chickens lay different colors of eggs. So I'm going to go with, I'm going to start with this YG61. And I'm going to kind of put some dapples on this egg. Just a couple of like little polka dots. And then I have my G12. And I'm going to go up from her hand. And then I have my G000. And I'm going to come down. And that still looks like too super smooth, right? So I'm going to use my colorless blender to put some dapples in there, so that it's not super smoothly colored. So there's one egg, one's green. So we're gonna do like a kind of maybe, well, I'm gonna grab E81 and just kind of color that one in. I'm also gonna use this to shade the chicken just a little bit. Try not to touch that red. And then again, I'm gonna go back. Hi, Michelle. Yes, even a farm girl has to make a fashion statement. You got it. I'm just gonna kind of blend that out. Again, I'm gonna go back to her shirt here where it keeps bleeding out and push that in. Okay. Now, this last egg, I'm gonna use a C, and I'm gonna use C1. I know, right? I'm gonna still call you Milligan. It's just how I roll. So her chickens have laid all different colors of eggs. All right. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fussy cut her. Don't worry, I will continue to call you Milligan. Can you tell how much this bugs me? Okay, so I'm gonna zoom out. Whoa, wrong way. Okay, I am going to grab my scissors. Hopefully these are the right ones. Oh, that's a bummer, Rinska. But yeah, I'll post on YouTube so you'll be able to see it. All right. So yes, there are dies for this stamp set. So yes, I could just run it through my die cutting machine, but I'm a fussy cutting fool. I know, right? Whew, Michelle, that was close. You thought that I was going to stop calling you Milligan. So there's no real rhyme or reason. There's no trick to fussy cutting other than just cutting. Some people say you got to move the paper. Some people say you got to move the scissors. I just cut. The only thing I will tell you is use the middle to the back of your scissors. You don't want to use the very tip of your scissors because when you do, it actually damages the paper fibers. And so you get like little bent corners and stuff. So you definitely don't want that. I never cut on the line It's so rare that I ever cut on the line that I could probably count the number of times I've done that on one hand. I just don't do it. I wonder where Michelle Brownstein is. Is anybody else having audio issues? Like, can y'all hear me just fine? Nobody's talking. Everybody's being quiet. No problems here. All right, Linda Lou, thank you. Are you not talking or concentrating? No, I'm talking. I'm just waiting for somebody to talk back to me. Otherwise, I'm just sitting here talking to myself. And I don't generally do that. I mean, sometimes I do. I usually talk to myself inside my own head, though. I don't include other people. Look at how cute she is with her little chicken. So we're gonna make a really easy case card tonight. Oops, I forgot to finish her jeans too. I didn't put her white strings on them, so I'll do that in just a second. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm also gonna cut out this because I feel like that's the sentiment I want to use. There is sound. Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me? Linda said she could hear me. Okay, good, Linda. You're making me feel like I'm still sane. Linda, can you type to Michelle Milligan to go out, shut her program down, and then come back in? All right. Linda's watching to the rescue. Okay. I just got somebody was trying to call me, so hopefully that didn't knock my video off. I always like to round the corners. Okay, so there's that. Now that you guys suffered through watching me fussy cut, I'm gonna grab my white gel pen. Nope. Nope what? And I'm gonna add some threads fraying from her jeans. I like to do a couple of coats just so that the white really shows through. Because after I've Copic colored it. Yay, you can hear again. Yay. There we go. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this one. There we go. Perfect. Add a little highlight to the chicken. I'm going to add a couple little highlights to the eggs. And then I'm going to fudge right here because I don't like the red that comes off of her shirt. So I'm going to use the gel pen to fix that. You're all good now? Everything's good in the hood? Now, I'm also going to take, and see how she has a little belt buckle down here? I'm going to go like this with the gold gel pen and just color in that belt buckle. And we're going to make it even bigger because, I mean, come on now. For real. She's got to have a big old belt buckle because that's how this thing works. Okay, so earlier I prepared a little card. And so all I've done is I've taken a piece of designer series paper, and it's just wood grain designer series paper. And I took a distresser and just distressed the outside. Now, if you don't have a distresser, you can use your scissors or anything like that. And before I adhere it to this card, I'm going to do something kind of cool, and I'm going to show you. So first of all, I'm going to grab my frog tape. I'm going to move this stuff off to the side. And I'm going to decide where I want this little girl. So I think that's going to go like that. Okay, so I want her right here. So I'm going to take a piece of this tape, enough to go all the way across the card. I'm going to put this straight. Didn't quite get it straight. There we go. Okay. Yes, Cheryl, it's my night, so I'm much, much earlier. Well, just an hour earlier, but you know how I am. And I'm gonna grab an oxide ink. So the first one I happened to grab was Walnut Stain. I didn't really pick a specific one, I just wanted a brown. And what I'm gonna do is, so I want her to be standing here. So I want like a little bit of a shadow for her. So I'm gonna come down here and I'm gonna put kind of a shadow where she would be standing. And then I'm gonna just lightly shadow off the edge of this tape. It doesn't look like much, but you'll see it when I remove the tape. I just want the main shadow to be where she's standing. And this just kind of grounds her some so that she's not like floating in the middle of nowhere. I'm also gonna kind of hit the edges of this a little bit, just real lightly. Now, when you're pulling off tape, you want to pull at a very severe angle to prevent tearing of your paper. And then these little spots that I missed where the tape was at, I'm going to go ahead and hit with some ink. Okay, so then when I sit her here, there's a little bit of shadow for her. See how that works? Okay, then I also want to grab a ribbon. I think I want red, and I don't have red sitting right here. So let me go grab, yeah, I'm gonna grab a red. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my card and we're gonna glue it to the card base. I'm gonna make sure the card opens the proper way this time so that I don't have yet another Japanese card. I need to refill my glue. Okay. I'm a dum-dum head. Hopefully I'm still here. I keep getting phone calls. So hopefully, can you guys still hear me? Am I still here? Oh, hopefully, can you? Okay, so I was grabbing my espresso. Oops. There we go. Okay, now I'm gonna take this sweet little girl. Okay, thanks, Milligan. I appreciate it. I don't know why I'm getting phone calls right now. I never get phone calls, so it's a thing. So with my Sweet Pops, I'm gonna just cut it into little strips so that I can use them in the smaller pieces like her legs and stuff. And then I'm just gonna cut those little strips in half. So it makes them easier to manipulate. So I just grab my little tweezers and I put them down. Yikes, that one went flying. These tweezers make life so much better, you guys. For serious. They are awesome. I like to always make sure that I have a Sweet Pop going across her neck to support the weight of her noggin. So just FYI. I'm gonna cut a strip off of this one too. Oops, I don't want to use my cutter bees for that. I'm really particular about my scissors, so I don't use my cutter bees to cut anything that's sticky. Like nothing that's sticky. I have my own special scissors for cutting sticky things. I'm chasing my Sweet Pops all over my desk. Okay, so now that I have enough little Sweet Pops on her, I'm gonna peel the backing off. And then I'm gonna take her and I'm gonna put her right there on that little shadow that we created. And then I'm going to tie my bow. Right, they're on Amazon, Milligan. They're not super difficult to find. I'll see if I can find the link for them. So I start by pinching the bow in my middle finger and my thumb, and then I do a figure 8. Oops, and then a second figure 8, and then I cut myself off a fairly long tail so that I have enough to work with, and I go through the V in my fingers. I come up, sorry, I was just twisting that. I come up through here, and then I put that through. And then you pull it tight. And then while the bow's still on my fingers, I like to pull both of the tails nice and tight. And then you wiggle your fingers out of the bow. And then you can fuss with it just a little bit. And then I'm gonna cut the tails. I can't get a hold of this one. There we go. See if I can do that without cutting my finger off. There we go. Then I like to take just a little spot of hot glue to put on the back. And I'm going to put this right here. And then I'm going to desecrate that cute little bow with a Manure Happens sticker. So with this, I'm going to use a glue dot because of the organza on the ribbon and the paper. Like, I just don't think anything else is going to stick super well. So I'm going to put the glue dot on the back of the paper. Maybe. Snot dot. There we go. That one did not want to let go. And then I'm going to glue it right there to the bow. Just like that. And now y'all know that I can't let anything go without using some enamel dots. So we're going to look at my dot collection here. I have these dark ones, which I think might actually go great. Those are the same ones. I have some red. I think we have enough red on there already. Green. Yeah, I think I'm going to use these ones. Oops, sorry, hit the camera. Yep, brown. Yes, ma'am. Okay. So with these dots, I'm going to put 3 right here. I always group them in groups of 3. They are self-adhesive, but I always like to put a little bit of glue down too, just for the heck of it, just so that I'm super duper sure that they stick. Trying to pick this one up. There we go. And then I'm gonna put 3 here. Start with the darker one as the biggest one this time. Don't know why, just feel like it. Gonna do the light one as the medium one. Now, this is how anal retentive I am on card making, is that, remember how I always say do everything in odd numbers? Well, that's great, but this is 2, so that makes 6. So I'm definitely going to do another set of 3 so that it's an odd number. And I'm probably going to do them probably right here. So 3 sets of 3 makes 9, and now it's an odd number, and I feel better. Oh, good. Milligan's my kind of people. All right, guys, so that's our little card for tonight. I just thought it would be a fun, like, case, really simple project that we could do within an hour and show that you can do something, like, super impactful within an hour. So I think that it's a really cute card. I love how it came out. I don't love that the glue dot didn't stick, so hot glue, here we come. If all else fails, right? That also reminds me I need to turn off my glue gun. So we're gonna hold that there. Aw, thanks, Linda. I love doing case cards because I think even if the image is really small, like this image is fairly small, it's still super impactful because all of your attention is drawn to that one spot. So I do really like case cards like this. So there you go. There's our project for tonight. Yay! That's it for me tonight. I will see you guys tomorrow. Same bat channel, same bat place. I don't know what we're doing tomorrow either. So if there's anything specific that you want to see done, just let me know. And, I will take it into consideration. But for now, I have a brand new book to go crawl into. And, he like her lots. And her chickens. I have a brand new book to go crawl into that I'm excited about, so I'm gonna go read it. I cannot remember what it's called. I think it's The Last Thing He Said, or something along those lines. So it's a murder mystery, an abduction mystery. It's a novel, so I'll let you know how it goes. But anyways, I will see you all tomorrow at 7:30 Mountain Time again, and we'll do something else fun. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Toodles.